What we have here is sorghum seeds. This is the sorghum that we grow on our homestead, and have been growing this now for a few years. And we can use this to make popcorn. There's so many uses for this, it's amazing. You can use it for sugar production. The sorghum itself produces a syrup that you can use to make a syrup, for sugar content, to make cookies or any type of method you would use to make sugar. Also, you can use it to make rum. A lot of people would use it to make an alcohol that they could either trade or barter with or consume, or even for medicinal use. So this plant has a lot of variety. Also, you can grow the plant about waist high and feed it to have a whole field of this, open it up to your livestock, and your livestock will eat the plants when they're young, about waist high or so. And then, of course, the seed. It produces seed head that you can make into a flour. You can make bread. It's a gluten-free bread. It's nutritionally higher, has higher nutritional value than quinoa, which everyone likes to talk about quinoa, but it's got higher protein and higher iron levels than quinoa. And so it's a more nutritionally dense grain, and it's an ancient grain. So anything you can really do with wheat, you can do with this. And today we're going to make popcorn with this product. So product that we grew on a homestead. We're going to make popcorn with it. Let me give you a closer look. Okay, so here's some of the grains. You can see that they're red. They're kind of like a red hue to them. That's because the hull is still on. The hull is still attached to these. There are methods that you can use to take the hull off. However, usually they're pretty labor intensive to do that, or sometimes for industry it requires machines that you and I probably are not going to be able to get. I've seen people online, they take 2 blocks of wood and rub them together with these in the middle, and it kind of rubs the hull off. Or there's methods I've seen where you can soak them overnight, and it helps take the hull off and disconnect the seed from the hull. Just so you know also that if you do remove the hull, you are losing some of the nutritional value that comes with the grain. However, if you make bread without the hull, it will last longer. If you use the hull to make bread and grind this grain with the hull on it, the bread will not last as long. Also notice that as you remove these from the stems the plant comes on, some of them will retain little tiny stems. And some of those are really hard to remove. You're going to have lots and lots of seeds with these on there. It's okay just to have those little, if you can see that, those little stems right there. You can grind those or put that into popcorn. It doesn't matter. If you eat it, it ain't going to hurt you. But it's going to be really hard and labor intensive to remove all those little mini stems. So over here, you can see this is what the grain looks like with the hull removed. So here's the red hull, and then here's the grain right there. So if you did that to all of these, that's what the grain would look like. So I'm getting to use Jamie's kitchen today. She's actually behind me right now, looking curiously about what I'm doing, wondering if I'm going to make a huge mess. Probably. Anyway, so I've got the sorghum seeds here. I've got a cast iron pot. Normally what we use is this to make popcorn. It's a stainless steel pot that we use to make popcorn. Highly recommend one of these. If you like popcorn, you got to have one of these. But I recommend the stainless steel version. They're a little bit higher priced, but they will last a lifetime, and they're healthier for you than the aluminum. So what we're going to try to do is put in some coconut oil into the cast iron pan, and then go ahead and put the seeds in, and we're going to cook this. Now, our coconut oil is, even though it's wintertime right now, our coconut oil is melted because Jamie keeps it by the wood stove when she wants to use it. We have a warming tray that we keep over there, and she keeps that on there so that she can warm it up and use it for whatever she wants to use it for. And because it's wintertime, the stove is always going over there, and so that provides an easy way to thaw that out. So we'll go ahead and put in the coconut oil, and we'll put in the seeds, and we'll get popping. Well, there you go. That's how it turns out, from this to this. Amazing, right? Well, actually, I'm just kidding. This is actually what you're going to end up with. So this is sorghum popcorn, and while it's much smaller, it's still yummy to eat. So you take a little bit of salt, you sprinkle it all around, and trust me, it's definitely a crunchy treat. Even though some of these don't look like they're popped, most of them are popped or cracked, and they are very crunchy and tasty. And so if you're looking for another way to make a snack, or just another use for sorghum seed, this is something you could do. I mean, you can make popcorn with it. Obviously, where sorghum shines is its sugar production. But when you think about it, this seed is invaluable, especially when you consider the fact, yeah, you can make it into a form of popcorn, but also if you have chickens, and most homesteads have chickens, this is something the chickens are going to love. In fact, you can take a whole sprig of this, a whole top of the plant filled with seed, and throw it to your chickens, and they will pick it clean. They love these things. And so it's free chicken food. And the sorghum plant produces this seed in abundance. So lots of uses for this plant. Highly recommend getting it. If you would like some of the seed, I would encourage you to go to anamericanhomestead.com, where you can find the seed for sale. We sell it in packs. And if you plant what we send you in those packs, just one season will produce enough seed for you to plant an entire acre full of sorghum. It produces a lot of seed. Plus, you can probably save some after that. Once you plant, a larger crop for the following year, you'll have plenty left over that you can use for popcorn, or you can use for chicken feed. That what you can use for, various uses for feed on your homestead. Plus, your livestock will eat it. So, lots of uses for this plant. Highly recommend picking some up. You can pick it up at anamericanhomestead.com. Link in the description below. All right, guys, I'm going to put some salt on this, and get to eating.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.